I'm Bill Evans, and this is Thoughts from a Tolerant Man, Episode 5. In my book, which is working its way towards publication, I make reference to the tools that made my 41-day cross-country bicycle trip possible. First, of course, was my ride, a Trek Portland which carried me for 2,700 miles without a single mechanical issue. In another episode, I'll talk about how I came to choose that bike with the assistance of a local Florida Trek dealer. I knew I needed to enlist the help of a professional, and I was fortunate to find the right person. I had a different kind of assistance on the trip in the form of 3 electronic devices: a dedicated GPS bike computer, my iPhone, and an iPad. It is not an exaggeration that I had more computing power at my fingertips than did the first Apollo astronauts. I was many magnitudes safer because of the access I had to information. My grandson is now in his second year of college. In fact, this is from his school, the Rochester Institute of Technology, a private research university located in upstate New York. I think the video may show this backwards, but it's RIT. We were walking one day when he was much younger, and he asked me a question. I don't recall the question, but I do recall answering, "I don't know." He then simply replied, "Well, look it up." I had retired from education by this time and had stumbled into working for Apple in South Florida. He knew I had access to the answer to his question in my pocket in the form of my iPhone. I am more than a dozen years removed from that conversation, but I still appreciate an easy access to information. While I'm still using my iPhone, I can now utilize the power of AI, and I have found many uses for ChatGPT. I've experimented with Perplexity as well as with Claude. I recognize the limitations that go along with the benefits of AI, and I certainly am aware of the potential dangers, particularly to the young. At the moment, however, I'm concerned about something other than its use by an individual. That is, a step taken by the current administration. Claude, Anthropic's AI assistant, has been working with the government, including with the military. In fact, according to a dialogue I just heard on one of the Sunday morning news shows, Claude may have been of assistance in the attack on Iran. My concern has nothing to do with any of that. Rather, it is with the disagreement between Anthropic and the US government, which has caused the company to be designated a supply chain risk to national security. That means companies doing business with the Pentagon must certify they don't use Claude in their workflows. Anthropic said they only have 2 restrictions in place: that Claude is not used for mass domestic surveillance or for fully autonomous weapons. The Defense Department demanded the right to use the technology without restrictions. I know we are not on the verge of a Terminator movie scenario like Skynet, where military AI becomes self aware, saw humans as a threat to its existence, and launched a nuclear attack to destroy them. But I like that Anthropic just wants that a human would have the final say in the use of weapons and would not be used for large scale surveillance. I will continue to use AI, but I think I will move more towards Claude based on Anthropic's principles. And that's a thought from a tolerant man.